Heat 1, and we'll run through the lineup for you after they've just had a couple of more minutes to sort themselves out. And indeed won the final last time the Hot Stox raced here at Long Eaton at the Champion of Champions meeting on December the 8th. Alongside him it looks like 168, that's Brian Tyler, and 135 is ex-Formula 1 driver Colin Taylor. Alongside Colin, it could well be number 306, that's Mickey Preston from Macclesfield, and then behind them is lap scorer Sean Drakeford, 199 from Rugby. Then we've got number 66, Steve Penson. And bringing up the rear of the white tops is 313 Mark Willey from Northampton. A couple of yellow tops, 290 Colin Pick is from Grantham, and 334 is Dave Atkinson from Manchester. 4 blues on track are 275 Pete Scott. Number 61 is John Eaton from Stafford. 113 is Neil Stutchbury from Buckingham, and 116 is Kev Clare. The solitary red top is 293 Elliot Smith from Halifax. And a couple of superstars. We've got national champion Lee Smith, 391, and national points champion, 180, Ray Witts. They'll be racing over 16 laps. 16 racing laps, they've got the green flag. Straight away into the lead is number 71 Richard Park, that's no surprise. Power comes on all the way round, everyone looks like making it quite safely through the first 2 turns. And indeed they have, so everyone's underway on lap 1 of Hot Stox Heat 1 here at Long Eaton on Boxing Day. So it's Richard Park that's made the break into lead, already opened out quite a useful gap. In second place it looks like 168 Brian Tyler. And behind him is number 306, that's Mickey Preston. 199, Sean Drakeford is in 4th place, and 5th is 135, Colin Taylor. Coming through from the blues, we have 275 Pete Scott, 61 Mark Eaton, John Eaton passing him by on the outside there. John is just left from white to blue top and seems to be coping with his upgrading quite well. As you can see, he shoved 2 white tops straight out the way there in the shape of Colin Taylor 135. Steve Penson 66, went to the fence courtesy of Mr. Eaton. He seems to have cost himself time there and finds himself on the outside as Elliot Smith and Kev Clare go through up the inside down the back straight. Brian Taylor's lost it. He parks on to the centre green and past Richard Starter is 71 Richard Park, start lap 3. 306, Mickey Preston is second, and 199, Sean Drakeford is third. There's a whole clutch of cars coming down into turn 2 here. 61, John Eaton leads them in, 275, Pete Scott suffering under the attention of 180 Ray Witts, and John Eaton's gone in a huge spray of water there. Pete Scott causing problems for Ray Witts, who in turn causing problems for Colin Pick. Pete Scott goes straight into a fence post over on the back straight, collects Colin Pick 290 with him, spins it right back round and gets back into the racing action. That's cost Ray Witts a flat outside front tyre though, and the national points champion is retiring to the safety of the centre green. So we pick up race leader Richard Park, number 71. He's got a good long gap back to second place Elliot Smith now in 293. Then it's Sean Drakeford doing well from his white top start in 199. Just been passed by Andy Smith 391. Puts Drakeford back down to 4th. Smith is third. Then comes Kev Clare 116. So it's still Richard Park who now has a back marker in the shape of 313 Mark Willey between him and second place 293. Not only does he have a back marker, he also has a good length of a straight between him and the second place car. Third is 391 Andy Smith. Fourth is 119 Ron Sean Drakeford, and in fifth is 116 Ted Clare. Ted Clare just gets straight to the little tap going out turn 2 there. Looks like he may well move through to that fourth place up the back straight. He moves himself down. Can Drakeford come back at him now? Clare's just a little wide. Drakeford's up the inside there. Coming down past Mr. Star, it looks like Clare's just got the drop of him into turn 1. But still 71 Richard Park, who's sliding nicely around turns 3 and 4 there. He's coming round. Richard Park, 71 in third, 293 Elliot Smith is second, 391 Andy Smith third. They're moving past that mark, 313 Mark Willie. I think this may well be Mark's first experience of Shell, so he's not doing too badly after all. 66 Steve Penson has just been black flagged and he's retiring to safety the centre screen across the back straight. He's going to make it safely across the track before Neil Sutcliffe and Sean Drakeford take it to him. Drakeford just losing control slightly down the back straight there, almost went sideways into turn 3, but he's recovered, so he's still in the racing action. And it appears that second place and third place Elliot Smith and Andy Smith are closing on 71 Richard Park with 5 laps to go next time. So it's deja vu from the last meeting as Richard Park still in the lead with 5 to go, but the 2 Red Top drivers are catching him slowly but surely. The thing is, will they delay themselves? They've got a little in-house battle going for second place there, Elliot Smith and Andy Smith. And of course they've got the task of catching lately the 71 Richard Park, which they seem to be doing quite admirably. Up the inside of Smith, that's Andy up the inside of Elliot, down the back straight. Andy Smith is set off in pursuit of race leader 71 Richard Park now. It looks like he just might make it before the end of the race. Elliot Smith hanging in there, hoping something goes wrong with the 2 up front, so he can nip through to take the win. But it's still Richard Park with 3 laps to go over the start of his time, but he's just lost his lead, as I say. That's to Andy Smith, 3-9. Moves nice and easily into lead. Elliot Smith follows him through into second place. It looks like Andy Smith's got a useful enough lead at this stage of the race so that Elliot won't get close enough to him. The 3 laps to run board goes out. Andy Smith, 391, sees it third. Second is 293 Elliot Smith, and third is White Top 71 Richard Park. Those 3, and then there's a long, long way back to Ted Clare in fourth place. It's a good half a lap. Andy Smith is actually pulling away from second place Elliot Smith now. He sees a 2 laps to run board as he comes out of turn 4 this time. Still Andy Smith first, Elliot Smith second, and Richard Park third. Richard Park's closed by a couple of back markers there, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to pull back on the Red Top. No mean feat though, coming third from White. So this time Andy Smith just has 1 lap to run. Second is Elliot Smith. He's definitely not going to get close enough to Andy on this last lap. Third is Richard Park, 71. Fourth is Ted Clare, but he's still come past the 1 lap to run board. Andy Smith just slows down a little to avoid the attentions of back marker Pete Scott 275. It's not going to allow Elliot Smith close enough to put the bumper in on the last bend. So Andy Smith comes off turn 4 to win. He won for the Hot Stox. Second, it looks like it's going to be Elliot Smith 293, and third was 71 Richard Park. Keep them running just so he gets all the cars down on the lap chart. Okay, you can have a rest, please. $391, 293, 71. 116, 113, 275, 199, 290, and 135. And see if he can claim those 11 points or not. One driver that has joined the lineup in the white top grade is 446, Paul High from left 7. So it looks like we've got 20 cars on track for Heat 1. They go. 20 Formula 1s on track for Heat 1. And into lead it's 281, Ivan Bills with Chris Brockstock 338 following into turn 1. Goes to the bumper there, Bills goes wide, looks like Brockstock's going to sneak through to take the lead early on in this race. Everyone's safely away so far, but as I say, that 257 Clive Shepherd goes down the Clarence team as he goes through one of the infield puddles of water. And now he's the back way leader up the back straight. He's going to rejoin right at the back of the pack. So it's 338, Chris Brockstock into the lead, 446 Paul Hardy bouncing all over the place, and as I say, up three more join in, Wally Pitton, Roger Green. Stranded in the middle of the turn here as everyone piles into them. Phil Bicknell's gone, Paul Hardy, Andy Clark and Wally Pitton, they're all stranded up here. Turn 1, Frankie Wayman Jr. 515 is pulling off, and 281 Ivan Bills is also stranded on the centre green. 92 George Braithwaite has pulled off onto the safety of the second. So we've only done a couple of laps, we've lost about a quarter of the field. 30, John Davis is saying up. Turn 3. As is Clark down here on turn 1. So as we just catch our breath, it looks like 338 Chris Brockstock is still up front after all the early race carnage, but then it's 362 Lionel Shaw in second place. And 134 Wally Pitton's flying third on the track, but he left a lap or two when he went out in the melee here on turn 1. So it looks like we can pick up Mark Gilbank in third, with Andy Maynard making a dive through on the inside. And then Peter Fording behind Gilbank. Not wasting any time getting past by any means. Really, in fact, that cost him a flat tyre, so it looks like that's from getting by. Gilbank has also got a flat, and Gilbank's over on the path. We've got the wave yellow flags out. So Gilbank trying to reenact his September rollover in more or less the same place. Pulled in front of 197 Dave Hardy, got a clock on the side, and over he went. Just put the wave yellows out, check on the driver, see he's all okay. The Gilbank car is back on its all four wheels. Looks like the driver's all okay. He's reversing it off the racing line. We'll have them back on the starters' orders now. The track is clear. dugout. Formula 1 Heat 1 back underway. 362 Lionel Shaw's in the lead, followed by 338 Chris Boxtop and 152 Andy Maynard, 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. Maynard and Wayman would be the favourites to take this race, quite possibly at this stage. But having said that, 362 Lionel Shaw has made quite a good break. Way out in the lead round turns 3 and 4. Followed by 152 Maynard and 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. 338 Chris Boxtop. Wally Pitton's a lap or so down, and then it's number 5 Johnny Goodall. Goodall puts the numbers in on turn 1. Doesn't do him any good. He's not made any places just yet, but having said that, he's off inside Wally Pitton 134, and then Chris Boxtop 338. He's moving quite slowly down the back straight. So it's still 362 Lionel Shaw, 152 Andy Maynard and 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. Car's quite thin on the ground now after the early hectic laps action. Quite a few retired all around the raceway, quite a few with some Christmas work to do now. Repair the damage in time for the next race. We can still pick up 362 Lionel Shaw in the lead, 152 Andy Maynard trying ever so hard to get with him, just wide round turns 1 and 2. Does in fact look like he's making up any ground at this stage. Lionel Shaw certainly got the hang of a long Eaton shale here in November. Looks like he's doing so again at the halfway stage. Chris Boxtop 338 is spun in a dangerous position on turns 1 and 2. He reverses out of the way back to the fence. The top 3 avoid him as they go sailing past. But 362 Lionel Shaw got a bit of a problem with back marker Dave Hardy, the 197 car. It enables Maynard to close up just a little, but Maynard loses line a bit out of turn 4. Gives third place Frankie Wayman Sr. a chance to close up. Leader's gone. Leader's turned it right round on turn 1 there. Lionel Shaw got a little bit excited, so that leaves Andy Maynard in the lead through the mud splash on the back straight. 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. is on it in second. Shaw is large in Maynard's mirror. Wayman Sr. moves past that marker Paul Scudden without any sort of bother, so now he's got Maynard in his sights with 5 to go next time. So when Andy Maynard 152 comes round turns 3 and 4 this time, he's going to see the 5-lap signal from Mr. Starter. Well, that'll be quite welcome, but he's still got 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. in his sights. So coming up to back marker 338 Chris Boxtop, remains to be seen whether this will present a problem to the lead 2. Doesn't look like they're going to be caught by anyone else. It's got to be one of these two that takes the win in Formula 1 Heat 1. That back marker Chris Boxtop just has a little dig at the Maynard car there as he comes out of turns 3 and 4. Might have allowed Wayman Sr. to close a little, but then he had a little trouble getting past the 338 car himself. So it's still Maynard 152, followed by Wayman Sr. at 212. First and second as the 3 laps to go board will come out as they come around turns 3 and 4 this time. There it is, 3 laps to go for 152 Andy Maynard, 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. Then we're looking quite a way back down track to 5 Johnny Goodall, looks to be in third place at this stage of the race. Andy Maynard 152 is pulling out a useful lead now on 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. Doesn't look like he's going to get close enough to use the bumper before the end of the race. So it could well be that the second meeting running, Andy Maynard's going to take a checkered flag. There's a bit of trouble over there on turn 2 as George Braithwaite appears to take 188 Kevin Thompson to the fence. Johnny Goodall also involved over there, and he's spun out and now drives straight through the water splash. 152 Andy Maynard now has just 1 lap to run, as does 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. Virtually everyone else on the grid must be laps down, so we're going to have to keep them going for quite a while afterwards to get them all down on that chart. But Andy Maynard is going to win Formula 1 Heat 1. Second was 212 Frankie Wayman Sr. And the rest I'm not even going to try and guess. I'll leave that to the lap scorers. But we can keep them going. Still places to be won. Still keep them coming. Still keep them coming. There's still places to be won. Still keep them coming. Okay, so finally we can have the reds about half an hour after the leader across the finish line. 188, number 5, 58, 197, 92, and 338. That's final. 5 minutes for all Hot Stox for this race. On track, please. So the green flag goes down for the 15 Hot Stox on track in this Hot Stox final. 20 racing laps, and it's 71 Richard Park that leads over the finish line, start the first of them. Richard already pulling out into a useful lead. There's 168 Brian Tyler and 306 Mickey Preston hold each other up in second and third places, but they're off and running. Sean Draper's gone through the water splash on the far side, and 66 Steve Penson is testing the back straight fence. This time it stands up. Penson's rolling to a halt on the centre green over on the back straight, so it looks like he's our first casualty of this Hot Stox final. Mark Willie 313 takes a very wide line round turn 1 and 2, perilously close to the fence, and 61 John Eaton's been spun off by the combined efforts of Andy Smith and Ray Witt. Mark Willie 313 also goes into the fence on the back straight, exactly where Steve Penson did a couple of laps ago, and he's now rejoining racing, as is Mr. Willie in the 313 car. But still 71 Richard Park way out in the lead, then it's 306 Mickey Preston second, 135 Colin Taylor is third, and a whole bunch of cars fighting for the fourth place. Looks like Kev Clare 116 going to come out top for the time being, but he's got 293 Elliott Smith and 391 Andy Smith right on his tail. They've got a bit of trouble with back marker Steve Penson in the 66 car. He delays Elliott Smith more than the other two. Penson takes a hefty shove up the back end from 119 Sean Draper. Looks like he might have been assisted by 180 Ray Witt. Penson's still causing a bit of trouble over on there in the back straight, but it looks like everyone's through for the time being. So they pick up the leader again. He's on turns 1 and 2. Richard Park in the 71 car, drifting slightly wide. Won the Hot Stox final here on December the 8th. He's going for the double here today. 306 Mickey Preston, fellow right top, is still in that second place, but 391 Andy Smith, the national champion, is closing down on him very rapidly. 135 Colin Taylor's next in line, and then it's 293 Elliott Smith, 180 Ray Witt, and 116 Kev Clare. So Richard Park is round turn 3 and 4. He's off turn 4 as Andy Smith into turn 3. That's at least a quarter of a lap lead. Can he hold it throughout the 20 lap duration of this race? And it's 306 Mickey Preston in third, 293 Elliott Smith 4, 180 Ray Witt is just moving through into 5, past 135 Colin Taylor, 306 Mickey Preston, it was by third and drifted slightly wide on turns 1 and 2. That allows Elliott Smith 293 through into that third place. Preston did fight for the place, didn't have much success as Elliott Smith has got through and sets up into seat of Andy Smith 391. 71 Richard Park on the back straight, lapping 290 Colin Pick, and now coming up to lap Steve Penson, number 66, who's taking upon it himself to be a moving chicane in today's race. Not any different this time. Richard Park has a bit of trouble getting past, that's cost him a little time. Andy Smith closes just a few inches, could be crucial as we're going to as we're approaching the second half of the race. A couple of laps away from that, John Eaton 61 has flouted the fence on the back straight. Sean Draper's retired to the same distance green. John Eaton's rejoining right in front of the second place car, Andy Smith 391. Don't know whether that will present a problem. Looks like Eaton's pulled right out of the way. Indeed he has. So Smith looks like he might get with 71 Richard Park. 61 John Eaton's on a slow mover on the home straight, although he is rejoining as soon as 180 Ray Witt has gone past. Halfway as 71 Richard Park and 391 Andy Smith come round. Looks like at the halfway stage Smith's going to move up the inside of Park in the 71 car. Park probably only has this one chance now to get some bumper on Smith, but Smith will roll away down the back straight. So quite possibly you could predict the winner already as Andy Smith 391 as the halfway flag is put away into the second half of the race. Andy Smith 391 is first, second and 293 Elliott Smith in third. Then comes 180 Ray Witt in fourth. And looking back down track, it appears that 135 Colin Taylor is fifth, followed by 116 Kev Clare in sixth. Steve Penson in the 66 car is retired to the safety off the centre green, as has 306 Mickey Preston. Trouble up on turn 3 for Ray Witt. He had a problem getting past back marker Colin Pick, but he steered him coolly into the fence and gets 5. Time though. So doesn't look like he's going to make the top three before the end of the race, because they're a long way ahead, and that top three is first Andy Smith 391, passing Mr. Starr right now. Second is 71 Richard Clark, and third is 293 Elliot. So the cars will spread quite evenly around this race. 391 Andy Smith is third. Andy Smith has got 5 to run next time. Doesn't look like he's going to be caught in those 5, although Elliot Smith 293 has just moved through into second place. That's Richard Park. Richard doesn't look like he's going to enjoy the success of our previous meeting here, but he's not doing too badly. Looks like he'll be down for his second third of the day. Pick up leader Andy Smith off turn 3 this time with goes across the start finish line now. That's first Andy Smith, second place Elliot Smith across the finish line now, and 71 Richard Park in third. Then comes 180 Rick fourth. Down the back straight to the minor places. Scott puts bumper in on Colin Cannon's into 116 Ted Clare. Indeed, Scott's tangling briefly as Colin Picker almost collects the tyre and picks Scott right off on the home straight here. Scott almost took Smithy off. He certainly felt the impact of that. Takes a couple of minutes to count his breath. See if he's sure of anything he should have to on. Seems like Scott's going to be stranded for the rest of this race. He looks on the home straight here. As Andy Smith sees the 2 laps to run board, goes past the dead Pete Scott car in 275. Colin Pick's coming around on turn 3 to survey his handiwork. A neat little clip he performed on the Blue Top 275 car there. With 1 lap to run this time is Andy Smith, 391, the national champion. Looks like he's going to win the Hot Stox final, just as he took Hot Stox Eaton earlier in the afternoon. It's still 71 Richard Park. Ray Whitson, when I say he's closing slightly on Park, but it's not going to happen this race. He's not going to be able to catch that white. So Andy Smith is off turn 4. He's going to see the checkered flag is raised. It comes down, and Andy Smith has won the Hot Stox final. Cruises casually across the line there. 293 Elliot Smith lands second place. 71 Richard Park third. 180 Ray Wick looks like he was fourth. And then we're looking way back down track for the rest of the minor places. Have the reds, please. Two 293 71 180 135 116 113 and 290. 16 Formula 1s on track, 20 racing laps. They've got the green. They're coming past Mr. Starter to start lap 1. Andy Maynard already forging his way through near the front. Took 257 Clive Shepherd towards the fence there on the home straight. Maynard skips the tyre, bounces into the water, steams up a bit, and he's got a bit of time on the white top drivers ahead of him, but I'm sure that's not going to bother him too much. But up front it is 362 Lionel Shaw in the lead, followed by 58 Paul Scullin and 197 Dave Hardy. Then he's 152 Andy Maynard, 338 Chris Boxtop, 134 Wally Pitton, 21 Mark Hillbank, 5 Johnny Goodland, 445 Roger Green. Superstar drivers Peter Fording and Frankie Wayman Jr. coming nicely through from the back there. They're already right up in the front runners. Skipping by Gimpy Goodall in number 5 and 21 Mark Gilbank there. But out in front is 362 Lionel Shaw, building up quite a useful lead from 58 Paul Scullin, 197 Dave Hardy and 152 Andy Maynard. Maynard looks like he might be moving past Hardy up to that straight there. A little bit of trouble getting by, which gives Superstars Fording and Wayman a chance to close on him as they move past 134 Wally Pitton up the back straight. But Maynard has now moved round the outside of Paul Scullin into second, not for long. Fordham puts in a crack at the bumper, puts Maynard right out wide, and Fordham is through into second. Obviously a bit annoyed that he didn't fail to finish the first race. He's making his bid to this second one. Had to put his foot flat to the floor there to get away from the Maynard front bumper on turn 3. He has done that quite successfully and sets off in pursuit of 362 Lionel Shaw. Frankie Wayman Jr., 515, is already in a position which will give him a track championship if he stays in that fourth place. 197 Dave Hardy has cracked the back straight fence. He's got a flat time, retired to the safety of the centre over there on the lap straight. In first is still 362 Lionel Shaw, followed by second place 33 Peter Fording. In third is 152 Andy Maynard, and fourth is 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. He's up the inside of Maynard now. There's a back marker, Clive Shepherd, interfering with play over there as well. And Junior sits by on the inside of Maynard as Maynard struggles to control his car at the back straight. So Wayman Jr. is in that third place now, good enough for the track championship, as I said earlier. But still in first, it's 362 Lionel Shaw, battling to contain Superstar 33 Peter Fording. Looks like he's just lost that battle up the back straight. Fording moves through to head this Formula 1 final. Lionel Shaw bravely tries to come back in the middle of turns 3 and 4 there, has to let off before he brushes the fence out of turn 4, so he's got to settle for second at this stage of the race. Still 33 Peter Fording in the lead. He's got a touch of back markers right in front of him, could present him with some trouble. But typical style, Kevin Thompson right out of the way going into turn 3 now. Heavy dose of the front bumper, he's moved past 3 of the back. A couple more to go, and then he's got a clear racing line ahead of him. Moves inside 338 Chris Boxtop. Paul Scullin is currently on his racing line, tap of the bumper, falling this through up the inside. So he's got a good 4 back markers between him and second place 362 Lionel Shaw. Frankie Wayman Jr. 515, moving up close to the back bumper of Shaw in the 362. I didn't quite connect last time, it's sure to come this time. We wait, Junior waits as well. Going to try and get by without touching the 362 car, but indeed that's not going to work because he's been held up there as the 362 car moved inside, trying to avoid the back markers. Wayman Jr. leaves his brakes a little coming into turn 3 at the halfway stage. And Maynard's gone head on into the fence on turn 3. Very strange manoeuvre as he drifted onto the centre green and then spun right out into the fence. He's struggling now to get out of the fence. 33 Peter Fording has got a huge lead over 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. and 362 Lionel Shaw in third. Paul Sculler's a slow mover up the back straight, lost his line, held up Chris Rockstop and particularly Roger Green in the 445 car. But Roger Green is still struggling to get past. Could be that those two cars are hooked together. So slow movers on the home straight. Roger Green comes unhooked just as the pack comes to close down on him, takes Johnny Goodall to the centre green. Doesn't cause any trouble for 33 Peter Fording, neither does the tangle between George Braithwaite and Paul Scullin. He just breezes by and he's coming up to lap for red top Frankie Wayman Sr. in 212. Way behind Peter Fording. In second is 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. Third is still 362 Lionel Shaw. And everyone else is a lap down. Paul Scullin brushes the fence on turn 3 as Peter Fording comes across the line with 5 laps to go next time. Well, with 5 laps to go, it does look as if he's going to win the Formula 1 final here on Boxing Day. Frankie Wayman Jr. is in second place. That's the track championship going back to Silverstone West York tonight, if he can just stay there. Johnny Goodall's into a half spin on turn 3, holds it well, but then Wally Pitton decides to mimic him and almost causes a spot of bother for 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. Dips round the outside of Pitton, it's up the inside of Clive Shepherd down the home straight. Excellent manoeuvre, but still out in front is Peter Fording. A good half a lap clear now. Oh, a big rollover on the lap straight. 257, Clive Shepherd waves yellow. Straight up the fence was Clive Shepherd in 257 car and straight over onto his side. Wave yellows out. We'll check on the driver right now. chart driver's all okay over on the back straight there. He's pushed, the car's pushed straight back onto its wheels, so that's the second rollover in virtually the same spot. This time Clive Shepherd attached himself to a fence post, launched into the air and right over on the far side. Seems perfectly okay. He's just checking the damage to his car, so we'll remove that car from the circuit. Going to continue with the race with 3 laps to go. Doesn't look like that presents any problems to 33 Peter Faulding, as he's got 6 back markers between him and second place 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. And the rather sorry looking 257 car of Clive Shepherd is towed slowly away onto the centre green. At least the drive was okay. It was quite a spectacular rollover on the far side. So Peter Faulding looks like he's ready to start, and indeed Mr. Starter looks like he's going to agree with him. The green goes down this time as they come out of turn 3 and 4. Peter Faulding puts the power on, moves away into leading this Formula 1 final. Frankie Wayman Jr. is still quite a way back. Not the half lap that he was before, but certainly far enough behind so that he's not going to catch the flying Faulding in this race at least. Wayman Jr. just having a little hassle getting past number 5, Gimpy Goodall. 3 next time. Chris Box up 3:38. He's hooked up with 188 Kevin Thompson. Gets himself out of trouble, and as I think George Braithwaite is going through the quagmire on turn 1. He's got a flat tyre. Looks like he's retired because without all his power getting to the track, he's not going to get out of that. Frankie Wayman Jr. is in a spot of trouble up on turn 3. It looks like Lionel Shaw 362 has nipped that through to take second place off him. Junior's not going to have any of that as he puts a heavy dose of the bumper in on Lionel Shaw, but Shaw's held it. Incredible performance by this right top. Junior Wayman's going to have to really shift him up in turn 3 here. Does so. Using front bumper, Lionel Shaw still unperturbed. He's going to pull back right in on Junior. He's right behind him coming down the home straight. Can he get close enough to lay one on him? Wayman Senior might come into play here. Could I suggest that he might assist his son? No, he doesn't hold Lionel Shaw up, but Wayman Jr. doesn't need that anyway. It's pulled right away. Chris Brockstock and Johnny Goodall are tucked up together on the back straight. And, Lionel Shaw looks like he's now lost his chance to get with Frankie Wayman Jr., but that was quite entertaining for a couple of laps there. Peter Faulding has won the Formula 1 final, gets the checkered flag off with the Starter Explorer. Quite a useful advantage, as second place Frankie Wayman Jr. has not even crossed the finish line yet. He does so now. We can keep them coming. Lionel Shaw was third. What a challenge he put up for that second place after the restart. We can still keep them coming, still places to be won, and perhaps more importantly, money to be won. Like Andy Clark only just crossed the line in 4th place. These are all observations, so don't write anything in your programme just yet. Okay, now the race, please. Winner of the Formula 1 final is confirmed as Peter Faulding in the 33. .33, 515, 362, 169, 212, 134, 21, 5, 188, and 338. Goes down once again. 71. Richard Park jumps straight into the lead, and Andy Smith's off in pursuit of his fellow Red Tops, right about half a lap ahead of him, but he's on double prize money should he make up the places. Everyone's passed the green flag safely. Stuxbury's just been spun right round, dumped in the water. Hope he needed a shout because he's just got one, courtesy of 293 Elliot Smith. Stuxbury rejoins. Over on the back straight, the power's coming back on again, but there's Andy Smith, who's already made up one place, which must put him in 13th. So it's not that far off the places, but out in front is 71 Richard Park. Once again over 199 Sean Drakeford. 306 Mickey Preston, 168 Brian Tyler, and 334 Dave Atkinson. Tyler goes wide courtesy of Atkinson, which allows 135 Colin Taylor to sneak up the inside, gains the place over Atkinson, doesn't quite catch Tyler. Bumpers go in on turn one, that's Ray Witts. He's pushed 3 cars right out into the fence there, and made up 3 places. There's Abdul, 61 John Eaton, the last away of the victims of the Witts lunge. Still not put the power on, and in fact Neil Stuxbury clips him as he goes past and spins right round backwards into the fence. So Stuxbury's race has not been going too well over the first 3 laps. The first one to spin out, and now he's stranded up there on turn 2. So we're going to pick up the leader again, past Mr. Starter. It's 71, Richard Park. Then comes 199 Sean Drakeford, 306 Mickey Preston, who's just lost third place to 180 Ray Witts. Then comes 293 Elliot Smith, 168 Brian Tyler, and 135 Colin Taylor. Andy Smith has already made up the ground because he's going to perhaps get with Colin Taylor on the back straight there. Perhaps he's rushed his way past Kev Clare in 116 cars on a little wide, but he's going to come up the... Oh, Kev Clare moves up the inside of Andy Smith there. No respect for reputation, but Andy Smith has come back round the outside, getting 3 places in the last lap. So now the race order is first 71 to Richard Park, perhaps the start finish line. In second is 180 Ray Witts, and third is 199 Sean Drakeford, fourth is 293 Elliot Smith, and in fifth already is 391 Andy Smith. So Richard Park's past Mr. Starter again. Second place Ray Witts has just had a little trouble with 113 Neil Stuxbury, but he's now back in pursuit after the race leader Richard Park. And Mr. Park had to record his first race winner today. He left it late at the last meeting, but he certainly did. Brian Tyler 168 was trying for the safety of the centre green, comes to a halt. So it's still 71 Richard Park. He crosses the start-finish line at the halfway stage of this Hot Stox Grand National. Second is 180 Ray Witts, who's about a quarter of a lap down. About the width of a bend down on 71 Richard Park. Third is 293 Elliot Smith. Looks like Andy Smith 291 is going to line him up for the big one coming into turn 3. There it goes. And Andy Smith made his bid for third and made it quite well because he is in that third place. Richard Park has got a bit of smoke coming out the back of his car. Slow for steam. I think it's about steam. As long as the car's steaming, it's probably alright. It's when the steam stops that he might just want to bail out. With 5 laps to go next time, it's the steaming Richard Park in 71, who's in first. 180 Ray Witts in second, and 391 Andy Smith in third. This is an astonishing performance of Smith. He's started full lap out, and looks like he's probably going to get with national points champion Ray Witts, as Witts had a bit of trouble getting past 61 John Eaton, who's just been removed from the race by 290 Colin Pick, straight into the turn 4 wires. Pick making a habit of that in about that position on the track. Down there, it smells like Richard Park might have an oil problem, but that doesn't seem to trouble him, and he's right out in the lead. But this is going to be quite interesting because Andy Smith is now moving up to the kill on 180 Ray Witts into second place, and he may well get with Richard Park before the end of the race, which isn't making it easy for Smith, but Smith has got by. They clip each other just right there, and it looks like Smith has punctured a tyre as a result of that, so that's his charge over and done with. Smith has retired onto the centre green, and that is a shame because it looked like he could have come all the way from the back of the pack to win that one. Now it's 71. Richard Park is still in the lead with about 2.5 laps to run. 180 Ray Witts is second, and 293 Elliot Smith is third. Will Witts get close enough to pass, put the bunker in over this lap, 2 and a bit laps. Looks like John Eaton in the 61 car has to retire to the centre green after his altercation with Colin Pick. Sean Drakeford 199, so in trouble over on the back straight. He might have tricked the centre road spun right round there, but now he's on the racing line. He's endeavouring to get off it as quickly as possible. Dave Atkinson 334 almost causes a problem for race leader 71 Richard Park, who has just 1 lap to run this time. Looks like Witts could be close enough up the back straight if he's prepared to lead his race totally. He is moving into the kill on race leader 71 Richard Park. Here comes the Witts lunge. He's right in with the lunge. He's into the side of Richard Park onto the nose there. Richard Park's gone wide and Witts is coming through on the inside. Ray Witts wins a tremendous Hot Stox Grand National. What a lunge. He was a good half a straight back on the leader there, but he come in, he nursed him aside. And performance from 180 Ray Witts there. Richard Park, 71, probably wondering just what hit him in second place, and 293 Elliot Smith was third. Now that was worth coming out for on Boxing Day. You can have reds, please. Stand for you. 180, 71, 293, 116, 135, 334, 290, 199, and 113. 16 laps. On Ivan Bills, alongside him is 58 Paul Scoven. And then the last of the whites is 197 Dave Hardy. 4 yellow tops on track are number 30 John Davis, number 21 Mark Gilbank, 134 Wally Pitton, and number 5 Johnny Goodall. The blue top is 169 Andy Clark, and then looking right back down track, the lone superstar is 515 Frankie Wayman Jr., the new 1991 track champion. Of course, this race counts towards the grade awards for the Formula 1 stock cars. The A grade award has gone to 169 Andy Clark, as George Braithwaite has not come out on that track for this race. The B grade award is quite exciting. Number 5, Johnny Goodall's on 16 points, 134 Wally Pitton's on 12, and number 21 Mark Gill in the race. So we'll see if that can happen. Call for Paul Williams. That's Paul Williams to go to the Brisker office at the back of the old bar immediately after this race. That's Paul Williams, if you can go to the new Brisker office at the back of the old bar here on the home straight immediately after this race. Thank you. Goes down, 10 cars, 16 racing laps. The last race of the 1991 year. 33 Peter Fording blasts straight across the start-finish line, but in the lead is 58 Paul Scoven, 281 Ivan Bills is second, and number 30 John Davis is third. John Davis nudges Bills aside there up the back straight. So Davis is through to second. Gilbank follows through into third place. Johnny Goodall and Andy Clark move through to fourth and fifth places past the 281 car of Ivan Bills. Peter Fording's up in pursuit of the other 9 cars on track, but he's got his work cut out with so few to tangle up and all sorts of other things so he can catch up. But up at front it's 58 Paul Scoven battling to hold off number 30 John Davis, which he did do up the back straight. He cut in on Davis as Davis thought he got the lead. So Paul Scoven in 58 is still in the lead over the start-finish line. John Davis is maybe going to tap him in the bumper. Indeed, Paul Scoven moves out of the way, so Davis didn't have to, and Davis is through to the lead. 21 Mark Gilbank moves through into second place. To 2 by 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. in third. Andy Clark in 169 is in fourth, and then fifth is 58 Paul Scoven. So over the start finish line is John Davis in the lead, slight gap over Frankie Wayman Jr. And at the back, Peter Fording has already caught up with the first of the pack. He moves past Dave Hardy and Ivan Bills in one fell through, so he's up to 7th place. So he's in the places, he's in the money. He's on silver money. Peter Fording is in 8th place. He's chasing Wally Pitton to move through into 7th over on turns 3 and 4. Back up front, Frankie Wayman Jr. 515 has moved into the lead. 30 John Davis is going to try and hold Andy Clark on 6-9 out off the back straight. Davis has been quite a revelation this year with his sub and driving style, no moving over, no nonsense. So it'll be interesting to see if Andy Clark can deal with that and move past. They're on the home straight, past the Mr. Starker. Clark doesn't quite get close enough that time to tap the Davis button. Davis is a little wide. Clark sees the opportunity, comes up the inside, but Davis has the power on down the outside line. Stays ahead of Clark in the second and third places. Looks like Frankie Wayman Jr. 515 is going to emphasise his new position as the trap champion. He's away to victory way out in front, but still in second is number 30 John Davis. 169 Andy Clark is third. Quite close contention between these two down the back straight. Davis closes the door as Clark gets through on the inside. Puts it into opposite block round the bend very early on. Clark can't get through. Davis holds his line down the home straight, but this time Clark's got a bit of a bumper in, pushes him into turn one. Davis drifts very wide and Clark's through into second. Can Davis get the power on soon enough to come back at Clark down the back straight? Doesn't look like he will. So it's third, 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. who's coming to pass the start-finish line now, about a quarter of a lap down at this halfway stage of the race. It's second place Andy Clark in 169. Third is number 30 John Davis. So at the halfway, Frankie Wayman Jr. is coming round. He'll see the usual chat. Got a little bit of trouble off back marker 58 Paul Scott, then he has to stamp on the brake pedal, comes to a virtual halt, but it doesn't really make any difference as far as the race is concerned, because Andy Clark hasn't made up much ground. Peter Pauling has though, he's through past John Davis into third place. Don't forget he's on double prize money. Still third, Frankie Wayman Jr. He's out of turn 4. Just got Wally Pitton as far as back marker is concerned to negotiate with 5 laps next time, and then he's got a clear track ahead of him, so he should be on to this race quickly. Peter Pauling's right on the wire, trying to get up with second place Andy Clark for a little bit less to catch. Doesn't look like he'll be able to catch 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. Although the race leader did have a little trouble getting past Wally Pitton up on turns 3 and 4, but he's through that hurdle safely now. Still Andy Clark 169 in second, with Peter Pauling in pursuit in third place. Then comes John Davis number 30 in fourth, and 21 Mark Gilbank in fifth place. So this time there's 4 laps to run for 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. It looks like this time Peter Pauling's going to get by Andy Clark in 169 through into second place. Clark pulls over and then Pauling leans on him just to make sure, and he is through into second place. So that's back mark driver Bill's 169. Clark's with Pauling up the back straight. Not going to get close enough to use his front bumper, so it's still Wayman Jr. in the lead with Peter Pauling now in second place. Great performance this from the virtual full lap down. Wayman Jr. passes round the outside of back marker Dave Hardy 197. Almost caused a problem for him there as he went close to the fence, but through into lead. 2 laps to go now for Frankie Wayman Jr. 515. Second place Peter Pauling a long way down. Good quarter of a lap to go. And then 169 Andy Clark is in third. They're past back marker Wally Pitton. Fourth is number 30 John Davis. Fifth is 21 Mark Gilbank. Then the rest are all laps down. The 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. just has 1 lap to run to win the last race of 1991. Slows down just a little to get through these back markers. In fact, he's cruising to a virtual halt. Cool as you like. Wayman Jr. round turns 3 and 4. He's going to see the checkered flag go up and come down. And Frankie Wayman Jr. 515 wins the Formula 1 Grand National. Peter Pauling crosses the line in style in second place, and in third was 169 Andy Clark. Coming across the line fourth now is number 30 John Davis, and looks like Mark Gilbank might have retired when he was on for fifth, right in the closing stage of the race. He's come to a halt on the centre green. So he will have given up his fifth place. We can keep them running just a little while.